Whew, Alien Isolation 2. Holy shit. Have you ever been told that the universe doesn't revolve around you, whether you were a kid or even an adult? That expression is usually a kind of a negative term thrown onto others as a way to say, things doesn't just fall in place for you. It's not, everything doesn't just happen for you. Like you don't matter, basically. I don't know how to say it, but in my case, I actually think the universe does revolve around me because 3 days ago, I platinumed Alien Isolation, and it was a fun experience because I've been playing Alien Isolation for a long time now, ever since I got a PlayStation 4 back in 2020. I think it was back in 2020, and I actually played it probably like a year or two after I got it because I didn't really know much about it, because I've been Xbox side. But I've been so in love with the game the moment I've touched that game because it is, by God, one of the best horror games we've ever seen. And unfortunately, not a lot of people agree. IGN gave it, what was it? I don't even remember. It was like, it was a absurdly low score, and their ratings was completely dog shit. It was just saying the AI was bad or whatever or something. It was just, again, I don't know, horrible reviews. IGN doesn't really give good reviews anyway, but anyway, Alien Isolation was a beautiful game because this game was being developed as early as 2011 and got released in 2013, or I think, no, 2014. I'd say maybe 2011, 2012, because sometimes games take a lot longer to get made because companies gave a shit. But back then, the AI and the way that the xenomorph worked in this horror game, it was groundbreaking because the AI system for the xenomorph was different from how most AI systems worked with other games, like whatever game has an AI system. The AI system in this game, in which in many other videos explained it already, but the AI system for the xenomorph has two different sets of codes, or not codes, but it essentially has two minds. One being where it knows where you're at all times, and then another one where it's trying to, or it's feeding that information to it, and that other mind is trying to find you. So the one that's trying to find you is the one that the xenomorph is actively like looking around. That's the one, that's the certain, whatever it's called, the mind or whatever, and it gets fed information from the other one that knows where you're at all times. So obviously, based on the difficulty, it varies how much information it receives and gives to the xenomorph. And so that's why it's such a beautiful game, because it's not based on anything grounded. Like, it doesn't just have received code like the player does this, then move here, or if it does this, then move here. Like, there's very select scenes and like some instances where it does do that. Like, if you shoot a gun, the xenomorph just comes down and finds you because that just makes sense. But the game isn't really directing like the xenomorph under certain directed codes, like it does this, like it plans all of these things. It actually just has its own unique code and just does what it wants. Like, it just does whatever, which is the most beautiful thing about the xenomorph and its AI system, which is why I think it's so revolutionary above all other AI systems developed in our time. Because most AI systems are just very bland, tame, like imitations of like whatever it's trying to recreate, like NPCs in Call of Duty. When you're like, you have people on your team and it's like you're playing campaign, you got other people, and you see them shooting the enemies, and then the enemies are shooting your teammates, and like nothing's happening. Like some NPCs and whatever, it's just, it is what it is. It's whatever. But the Alien Isolation takes it to a whole other level, which I think makes it one of the best horror games ever. And I actually rated it a 10 out of 10 S tier game. For me, if I were to give it a legit like scaling or whatever, I'd say it's probably like a 9.8 maybe, but even that would be the lowest I'd give it, because it's just a beautiful game. I don't really have much complaints. Like, literally, I played it and I literally finished 100% platinum this game 3 days ago, and I still have so much fun playing the game because it's just so fun to see the xenomorph react and do things, because it really is unpredictable. That's what makes it even more of a horror game that is just more groundbreaking, because the xenomorph, even despite its code, is unpredictable. Most games have codes and things, dialogue, to the point where things are predictable. People are predictable, NPCs are predictable, enemies are predictable. Dark Souls, whatever the case, whatever game is, people become predictable. I feel like I'm like lisping this. I don't know why. I don't even have a lisp. The xenomorph doesn't and isn't predictable. That is the best part about Alien Isolation, and I think why it's one of the top 5 or top horror games of all time, up there with Silent Hill, you know, Outlast, you know, other games of that variety. I think it's just beautiful, and I don't think we're gonna see much of that ever again. Till today, we finally got Alien Isolation 2. Holy shit! I don't know about y'all, but I'm super hyped. If y'all didn't see the trailer, IGN, unironically, the one we were just talking about, they just dropped the trailer for it. And on Instagram, the Alien Isolation team as well collabed with some other accounts, and they also released the trailer, so it is official. We are getting an Alien Isolation sequel. It's not Alien Isolation 2, it's called Alien Isolation False Sense of Security, or False Sense of something. I think it's called False Sense of Security. Whatever it's called. It is basically, it's called a sequel trailer. So we know it's an Alien Isolation 2. It's basically Alien Isolation 2. And holy shit, we're getting it fucking 12 years later. It's crazy that we're finally living in a time where we're getting games and we're getting sequels, especially good ones. Resident Evil, obviously. GTA with GTA 6. Assassin's Creed Black Flag with Black Flag Resynced. Now Alien Isolation with Alien Isolation 2. I think it's crazy, bro. I don't know about y'all, but I think this is going to be groundbreaking, and I think it's one of the few games where I think it's going to make a shit ton of money, because y'all don't understand, for a game that was being developed as early as maybe 2011, the horror game, the interaction with it all, and the way that it plays out is so significantly ahead of its time. It's actually going to be scary to see how it plays out nowadays with the new engines, with the new graphics, and the way that the shadowing, lighting, and the contrast and everything blends in to create a way better atmospheric effect, and it's gonna be way more fucking scary. And I don't even think I'm ready. Honestly, I'm not even a person that's really fazed by like horror games, but I'm not even sure I'm ready for this. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys. I think we're gonna be in for a good treat. This is something that I don't even think Santa could deliver on and make a better occasion. I wouldn't. I don't even think waking up at the prime age of 12 or whatever my best Christmas year was, waking up to seeing the Christmas tree with tons of gifts under the tree. I don't think that's gonna come close to being as fucking goated as Alien Isolation 2 coming out and being able to play it. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys. And the biggest reason I wanted to talk about this as well, because not only did I just platinum this game, I mean, this has been one of the biggest talks about, like, just one of those games that deserves a sequel. I mean, you got Titanfall 2, you've gotten, I think maybe The Last of Us 2. Yeah, I don't know. Point being is that there are a lot of games that definitely do deserve a sequel and are worthwhile of a continuation. And obviously it leads off with her like reacting to light, and like as it like the end credits do play off as if there is going to be a sequel or another part. And so from what I've seen too, there are already sequels to it. Apparently the mobile game and some other game that came out are technically like lore extensions of Alien Isolation, but I think they done so bad and they were doing so shit that I think the companies are just now playing it as a what if situations. They're now actually coming out with Alien Isolation 2, or at least a sequel. So pray for times like these. I used to pray for times like this. Anyway, I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but that's about it. Again, or not again, but I don't really do a whole lot of these videos or these types of formats, so I do appreciate all of y'all that do come through these videos and even reach to the end of the video. It does mean a lot to me. I'm trying to switch things up because a lot of things are going on in my personal life that's really changing and switching up, and I'm trying to focus on and figure out what I want to do content-wise for you guys, and trying to figure out what I want to put out there and what I want to do that's worthwhile and meaningful to me, or something that I can be somewhat be like, yeah, fucking check this shit out. And so I wanted to try to switch it up to this, where it's more informal stuff. The other day, or basically my last video, was talking about Sony changing its terms of service. It's just, I love being able to expend on content and just have things that are just either informal or entertaining. And so once I get into my new place, essentially, I didn't want to get too like TMI, but once I get my new place, I'm gonna have everything set up, and then I'm gonna go back to streaming. We're gonna make videos again. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna be doing streaming Obviously, I'll be doing my streaming and stuff, and then I'll be also doing it'll probably be daily streams and then daily videos as well, which is gonna be awesome because it's easy to stream. I don't know, okay, maybe the streams won't be daily. It just depends. Because I'm trying to continue finishing Resident Evil Requiem, but we're gonna try to continue back. We're gonna go back into streaming. We're gonna be more consistent with that. I'm gonna stay consistent with this. I'm gonna do actual videos. We're gonna do videos. We'll do lives, streaming, and then obviously at some point, if some of you guys know, we're gonna go into music as well. We're gonna start refining and getting some different stuff out there. I didn't want to say it. I wanted to kind of put it together and kind of have everything like formal when it comes to my music, but I'm gonna remove a lot of my music from DSPs, and most of my music that I do have already released will be on YouTube. But I'm gonna try to refresh things and kind of just expand and just release things that do, and like I said, when my videos are meaningful to me and actually, you know, are something that I can be proud of long term. And so it's not like my older music is just like oh my god, it's just like I feel like once I want to get it, I want to step myself into shoes that I feel like I can be proud of and stepping forward with, and that's why I want to do DSPs rather than just on everything because it's still music that I made. So, yeah. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all later.